Okay, so continuing with the food, this is some of my friends. We stopped at like a kind of like a diner type thing. So we've learned that refresco is like a soda or a Coke, and soda in Costa Rica means a diner. And I'm going to show you some examples of the diners, maybe. Here we go. All right, so these are some other ones. This is kind of like in a small little market or mall type place. And these are people that went with us on our trip. So they're having their yellow matching shirts. And you can see that there's only a space for a couple people. And then the restaurant workers, they rent out the space to cook. These are some more of my students. And this is um, an ice cream place that you can try. There was also like some yogurt and things like that there. This is one of my favorite fruits. It's called Mamoncino. This is the shell of it that you peel off, and then it looks like this. It kind of feels and tastes like a peeled grape, and then there's a pit in the middle that you don't eat. So I think I have some better pictures. So this is me buying them on the side of the road, like where someone has grown them and has a roadside stand. And then this side is a close up of what they look like. So they're kind of strange looking things, but they're really tasty. This is a couple of women that are cooking on a farm for us. Not everyone cooks outdoors, but this group did, and they had the best sweet rice. It's kind of like a rice pudding, and it has some cinnamon on top of it. It's great. This is what chocolate looks like. It grows on trees, actually. This is a chocolate pod. It's about the size of a football. These are two different types of chocolate. And basically you open up the pod and there's like this like citrusy pulp around it. And then it's a lot of work to get down to the chocolate, but you have to dry it out and grind it up. And then it really doesn't taste that great until you add sugar and everything else and milk to make milk chocolate. Okay, so this is a friend of ours. He was on the tour showing us what it looks like when you use a machete and cut to the inside of a coconut. So they actually use all those fibers and stuff. They used to use it for like stuffing mattresses to keep warm. And then you can keep hacking off the top. And this is what the inside looks like. There's like just a thin layer of like that's the coconut, and I didn't think I liked coconut, but it turns out I didn't like the fake coconut taste that we have here in the US. This coconut is actually really good. It kind of tastes like homemade ice cream to me, and you can see they kind of save a piece of the shell or the outside so you can use it to scoop with. So we had a lot of fun trying the coconut in Costa Rica with some of my students. Other things we already talked about, coffee. Well, I don't coffee is really important in Costa Rica. This is kind of like their Kool-Aid brand. It's called Leo, and it has all the tropical flavors. And you're going to see fresh tropical fruits everywhere because they grow year round. It's one of the reasons why I love Costa Rica. This is what coffee looks like. So these are two of my students down here, and this is all coffee that's being grown. This was in late August, so the coffee beans are bigger. Like I put my hand there so you can see they kind of look like grapes on a vine, except they don't have like a stem. They're just attached straight to the vine or stem, I guess. There's not like the little piece that grapes have. But you don't eat them like that. They are only ripe when, let me see if I skip the picture. Yeah, these are the ones that look like ripe ones. Okay, so they are only yellow and red, and that's when you can pick them. And so what they're doing is they are cleaning them. So they're putting them through this processing, and then before they can be peeled and roasted and everything like that with coffee. And then you can see the bananas on the right as well. This is once the coffee beans down here on the left that you can see they've been roasted and they're ready to make a drink. So you put the grounds, and it kind of looks like a sock right here, and then you pour the hot water through it. So it's kind of like an old-fashioned coffee maker. This is sugarcane. You can see the lines on the sugarcane. You get these are cut down with machetes, and the lines, you get one line each month. So there's two seasons in Costa Rica. There is the rainy season and the dry season. And these, where they're like really close together, that's going to be the dry season. And then where they're far apart, that's the rainy season because they can grow more during that time. And this is how you have to feed in order to get like the sugar out of the sugar cane. You have to mash the sugar cane and feed it through a press. And so she is turning the press, and then it squeezes out the sugar water here. It gets strained, and then you have sugar. Some people also cut a piece of it and chew on it, like a piece of celery, and just chew on it straight. This is one of the volcanoes I've seen at Costa Rica. This one is more of a crater, and it's huge because, but actually this one is not available to see anymore because it has covered itself up. So that's the thing with volcanoes, is the landscape is always changing in Costa Rica, and so this is how big it is. You can see in the background. Other ones that we went to, we kayaked on the lake beside the volcano, and this one is one of the cone volcanoes. I think I have a better picture of it later. And this is a picture at the top of our hike of the waterfall, and this is a picture of like actually descending down. So we hiked all the way down to the waterfall, and you used to be able to swim. This is as close as you could get because it was so powerful. But the last time I went, they actually don't let people swim there anymore. You swim like over on the side where the water isn't so strong. There's a lot of like rope bridges, things like that that say like, only 3 to 4 people on at a time, which is a little bit terrifying. This is the one that beside the lake, so it has the perfect cone shape. This is one of the little towns that we were in, and if you look, this side is green and this side is brown. So this is the side that the lava went down the last time it erupted, about like probably 25 years ago now, or 30 years. But this side is still green because the lava didn't run down. So this town actually changed its name to Fortuna, which means the fortunate one. And because they were so relieved that it spared their city. Whereas this one is going to take a long time to grow back. It's a better picture of the volcano. You can see the two different sides. We went to a school. We got to see a traditional dance. This school has actually received donations from people who come. So before, they didn't have a roof, they didn't have another classroom, they didn't have bathrooms. So these are where the bathrooms are now. This whole part has been added on thanks to donations. And you'll see this is where they hang their backpacks, and they have it painted with all kinds of little symbols of the Escuela de la Cruz. And they've made this patio. They have a garden where they can grow their own food. It's really improved. And I always try to find the little playgrounds and that the kids play on too. Okay, this is the other monkey. This is the Howler Monkey, the one that I told you that has a skeleton in its tail so it can hang. And they swing all the time, whereas the white-faced monkeys just kind of crawl and walk along. This is called a coati. My friends kind of thought I was funny taking a picture. I guess it would be like taking a picture of a raccoon or a possum or something around here. But it's a smaller type animal. It's very common there. The bugs in Costa Rica are on steroids. This is like a pincher bug. This is our friend. We're in his like backyard. He asked if we wanted to see his garden. This is his garden. He has like basically one of everything. So I held this bug, but I was terrified and I could feel it crawling on my fingers. But our friend assured us that this was not the biggest. Like it wasn't even like grown full size. Other bugs. This was at a most recent trip. This is a grasshopper, but I put somebody's hand here so you could see how big they were. And this is a walking stick, if you can see it right here. And I put a mug in the picture so you could see how big the walking stick was. And here's his feet in comparison to the mug, because otherwise it just looks normal size, but they're huge. Of course, we have a tarantula. This is inside of a plant, so it wasn't like out in the open, but it is there. Okay, I'm going to stop it and then I'll do the last one for you.